Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, Spence, let's trip out.
Ethan, what the hell is this?
Wait, are you running or am I? I guess that covers it. Great.
Is that you?
Back in the 10, and we were here with Donkeyjaw.
Hey.
Got them on because of Sunshine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here's the thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I mean, you know, we took a bit of a break too, so this is it's kind of nice to have had a full load for the first 2 weeks that we've been doing it again.
Yeah.
And we were actually supposed to do this with you guys earlier too, weren't we? Wasn't it supposed to be like a week ago? 2 weeks?
Yeah, but your grandchild was on the way.
Oh, that's right. It became a great.
I think I also had something else that I did. So I. Oh, and Craig had his meeting for.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're getting to be set up for the hunt thing.
Training.
All right, guys. Well, how long have you guys been together?
About 10 years this year, actually. So Cody and I, we started the band about 10 years ago, at the end of 2013. So our first show was Halloween 2013. So almost exactly 10 years now.
All right.
Crazy.
No breaks, no hiatus,
Yeah.
something like that, or just straight through 10 years?
Kind of ins and outs, like, you know, varying levels of activity, things like that. And then these two guys joined us about a year and a half ago. So we've been hitting it pretty hard ever since they came in.
Right?
Yeah.
Noticeable. Just so, which way, like the work ethic increased, or was it just like you finally had the full lineup again?
Kind of both, honestly. It was like, yeah, we never had a second guitarist a whole lot, you know. It was kind of people coming in and out. So to have like, kind of opens up the sound a bunch, you know, to have extra leads, things like that. And then, you know, just fresh blood. It's more exciting. You know, it's kind of like a honeymoon phase again, for sure.
It's kind of cool. I don't know. It's very cool.
Yeah.
It will round out a sound quickly. Just, well, I mean,
totally.
well, like if you look at a lot of the, I guess, early 90s power trio fucking punk bands. I mean, I could go ahead and throw Green Day out there, for example. Sounds great from a studio standpoint. They sound good on stage, but that's because somebody's mixing it right. In a room by themselves, it's a little hollow. It's not like super hollow, obviously. They play to make up for it, but there is a missing element. So
Yeah, absolutely.
New guitarist, it's always a fucking wonderful thing to add to a band.
Yeah.
Let's see. I actually got a chance to listen to only one album that was High Life, which, according to YouTube, was uploaded 4 years ago. Last time you recorded, or is there anything new?
Yeah.
That was the last time? It sounds good. It sounds really good, actually.
Yeah.
That's it's catchy where it's supposed to be catchy. The leads are good. I love the fucking bass lines. I really do. Like, I mean, there's so many little running bass jumps in there all the way fucking through it. It's good. It's very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last, like, kind of did, you know, so did that 2018, and we had, you know, big plans like the rest of the world during 2020, and then everything kind of got pushed back a ton. So we're just finally starting to get some new material now, and actually looking to record that a little later this year. So next year will be hopefully a big year in terms of new stuff coming out on Spotify and, you know, other things like that.
Out of curiosity, when you guys recorded originally, was it you guys recording and then mixing, or did you go to a studio and have somebody produce it? Like, how did you run with that?
That stuff all was recorded at a local studio here in Reno called Dogwater Studio. A super cool guy named Rick runs that place. And yeah, it's like a home studio, but it's pretty legit. And so we did that course of 2 weeks or 2 weekends.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Like 5 days, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually, once again, I only got a chance to listen to the one thing, so it's balanced. Like, everything sounds like it should. The vocals come through the way they fucking should. It seems like a weird thing to focus on, but the funk releases that are done from an independent source, that they sound good and maybe they hold a special place in your heart, but when you really listen to them, they're not well produced. It's not a bad thing, but it's a true fact, right? I mean, if you DFL back in the day when they released whatever that album was, right? Fucking great albums, fucking killer album, but it sounded like shit. Like all the way through. There was not a single part of it that was like, yeah. The highlight on that sounds fucking good. Out of curiosity, were you guys you said his name was Rick. Did he also mix everything down, or were you guys involved in that?
No, he did it all.
Wow.
More or less. We sat there and we were kind of there the whole time, like telling him what we thought it should sound like and such, and but he did all the work. That's all him on as far as the audio side. That's all him. So yeah,
a great ear, really does.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not to keep harping on it. I was just surprised, not pleasantly so. I should have not to say that I expected less. I don't. That sounds really fucking almost like an insult. But it's not.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I didn't expect that much, is what I meant.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, pal.
We'll take it.
Yeah, that's not a nice way to say that. I expected a lot shittier guys.
Everyone's over.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Good job.
So it was 10 years ago was the two of you, and then you guys joined, and then that's where you are now. Were you guys like friends? Did y'all know each other from other bands playing at the time, or like how did that happen? We just knew each other beforehand?
Craigslist.
Well, Zach and I met in high school. I moved up here in like 2011 or 2010, 2011-ish, and started going to a local high school here. And I met Zach through another mutual guy that was another punk rock guy. And we started a little band and had a couple of things. And then eventually it kind of morphed into just Zach and I going on into making Donkeyjaw. So, yeah.
That was always the name too. Like it was never. Did y'all ever go by anything different, like Bandy, anything else around?
Well, this as far as this band, this project, that was our name from the get go. That was the first name that we came up with. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've repeatedly asked Sunshine because I can't get my head around it. Did you guys? Was it knowingly done because of the Cain and Abel thing, or was it just a random fucking idea?
Well,
no, please do it. Tell me. I'm curious.
So it's there's it's not the Cain and Abel story. There's another story in the Old Testament about this guy named Samson who was like a judge of Israel, and he was like a special type of Jew, kind of. He was like a guy that was kind of like born to be like a servant, and so he was like never allowed to drink alcohol, never allowed to not grow his hair, or never allowed to not touch his hair, and like never allowed to not like touch dead animals and stuff. But so anyways, he's this judge guy, and the story goes is that there was like a big war, and he killed like 1,000 guys with the jawbone of an ass. and it's Donkeyjaw, and so it's just like it's just a story, I guess.
That's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
I was positive it had to be the other one, but then again, that's about as much as I know about the Bible too. So there you go. I know that part.
Jared had me convinced it was because you guys found a Donkeyjaw while hiking. I believe that the entire time until I talked to him about it like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, I was convinced, and I was like, oh my God, that's kind of cool. And no, I was let down. But of course, like,
that would have been an acceptable answer.
As far as we're concerned,
no, we were just walking, and there it was.
I was like, that's really never believed this.
Sick, man.
So if the two of you are relatively new to this, they've been together for 10 years. How's the writing process changed? Has it changed?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think, most of the time I play guitar and sing, so, it's easy for me to come in with some chord progressions and for lyrics or whatever. But, having more guys in the band, it's like it's become fun and like collaborative, you know what I mean? Right. Yeah. Just, I'll come in with some riffs, Sean plays some leads over it. Jared does something cool on bass that kind of informs the next piece. And I think it's been definitely, with this newest iteration, it's kind of like opened up, at least in my opinion, which is fun. It's a little different. We've written probably 7-8 songs together, and it's some of the most like collaborative stuff that we've ever done probably in 10 years. Really pretty sad.
Do you find that it's pushing all of you to play a little bit differently than you used to?
Oh, for sure. I'm relegated to rhythm guitar now, so it's like I'm just Johnny Ramone over here, so he's doing all the solo stuff. So, but it's fun. It's cool.
It is actually cool. So like no more tapping out leads, you're just focusing on singing and
pretty much singing and like holding it down, locking into the kick drum, stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm at this point, personally.
Awesome. I do think it's great. It's nice to be. I can't remember who said it, the whole steel sharpens steel thing, the idea of like playing and getting better. The only way you can do it is by playing with new people. Like it's not
totally.
You can find a partner, like a collaborating partner, but unless you have a constant change up around it, or not even a constant change up, just new people with new ideas. Having to be forced to think outside of it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually I enjoyed High Life enough that I'm super excited to see what it's morphed into now. Like it's really good. I feel like you guys missed out on the Hellcat days, like just barely.
Yeah, it's such a treat now. It really is.
I feel you, man. That would have been nice. We probably it was popular, and we were probably like 12, so maybe a little young for that one, but.
10 years ago, if y'all had somehow or another pulled it together in like 15 years ago, maybe a little bit more, he might have been able to tack onto the end of that. It would have fit right the fuck in.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, cool.
It's once again, not to keep going off that, it was surprising to me how good it was. It's a very cohesive, very well produced album.
Signed Hellcat in kindergarten, you dumbass.
Yeah. That's interesting.
You guys see the metal band that's practicing next to us?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a band practicing next to you? Speaking of which, that was another question. Maddie was talking about the fact that the practice space is kind of small. Where do you guys practice at? Is it like a dedicated place to practice, or like is it actually for music? 'Cause, I mean, every band I've ever been in, we've ended up renting.
It's called MRC, Musicians Rehearsal Center, and it's like a big warehouse with individual practice spaces. It's just designated for bands, artists to rehearse. They have a big room where you can have live shows and
that's really cool.
And it's cool.
Do they have hourly setups too, or is it literally like rent room only?
This is all monthly.
Yeah, it's month to month. Yeah.
So I was Nashville. They had several places like that where you could set up like fucking 5-6 hours at a shot and go in and said it was just because of like the number of musicians that were pretty much guns for hire, and they would have to get something together for that evening.
Yeah.
So they you could go into rent it for they'd set you up on a stage. Yeah, it was kind of a cool thing, but it was really the only place I've ever been that's done that. Oh no, that's pretty.
That
cool.
is pretty cool though.
Yeah.
That was, I guess, really the background should have answered my question before I asked. Theme rooms.
Yeah, we've been here probably 6 years.
Longer than that, dude. Yeah.
Probably. There's not really many places in Reno to play super loud at any given hour, so you know it's like we're just holding on here,
locking it in.
Yeah. Do they? So wait, Reno, do they have noise ordinance enforcement there by chance? I'm only at
I think it depends where you're playing.
Really?
I think it's 10 p.m. But I mean, if you're in a warehouse complex, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
What about the place you guys are at right now? I mean, if that's what it was set up for, they have to have sound baffling and shit, right? It's got if there's really a band practicing right next to it right now and the mic isn't picking it up at all, that's got to be decent insulation, right?
These guys aren't right next to us. These guys are.
Oh, maybe they're 2 rooms over.
They're probably down a couple, but
they're pretty loud.
Yeah, this place is it's 24-hour access, and so we can come whenever and just buzz ourselves in and come to our own little room, and it's good enough to cut demos and do rehearsals and stuff. So
that's awesome.
Or if the traffic's really bad or you want to stop and pick up an instrument.
Yeah.
Not deal with traffic for a half hour. That's kind of what moves.
Yeah. I like the spot it is.
It's great.
Your muse is frustration with traffic. What's up? I don't know. That's the idea that you said cut demos too. When you guys are recording in there, how do you do it? Are you just live micing, running lines straight? What are you doing?
Yeah, we've done a couple of different things, but we've kind of invested in a little 8-channel Zoom interface and several SM57s and a couple of condenser mics, and we just hook it up to the laptop and basically run it all live because we hardly know how to use the program to edit anything. So
yeah,
we just run it all live, cut a demo, and that's about it.
I mean, work for inspectors.
Pretty good though.
Yeah, they sound good.
Even sent via email, goes through a few seconds on the other side. It sounds nice.
Yeah.
Pretty whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
Better than.
If you want to check out what it sounds like in here with our own little audio setup, we just recently posted a YouTube video of it, and we recorded it and did all the video work ourselves. So check it out.
Awesome.
What was for my own edification? What was the title? What would I find it? Was it just the most recent YouTube posting?
Yeah, if you just Google Donkeyjaw Reno or Donkeyjaw Band or YouTube that, you'll find our page, and this video was the most recent one.
Okay.
You'll notice it because we all have In-N-Out Burger merchandise on.
I was just going to ask, is that the In-N-Out Burger submission video?
Yes, that's the one.
I think that's in the title as well.
Yeah, it is. It's called In-N-Out Burger.
So you can use keywords if you want for that, sir.
Wait a second. You guys are at? Is it an ode to, or are you trying to play for? What is that about?
So there was a In-N-Out Burger actually coming up is about to celebrate their 75th anniversary, and they're having a music festival in Pomona, California. And they, why the fuck am I promoting their event? I know. They did a Battle of the Bands, a video submission Battle of the Bands thing, and we did a submission as well as a donation to their organization or whatever, and we lost. But now the video's free.
That was
That was such a hopeful story for a minute, man.
Honorable mention. We made their promo.
Yeah,
We don't think we lost by a lot.
we were close, but we got beat out by one mom rock band and one dad rock band. Yeah.
You did. You got beat out by bots. That's what happened. You got beat out by bots.
It wasn't
It's like AI bands.
Yeah, those are
cheating mom and dad rock bands. That's what you got beat out by. That's bullshit. Fuck that. I'm never going to an In-N-Out burger.
They're both. I
I'll be honest with you, we don't have any here.
I have one right down the street from my house. It's the worst thing ever because I'm like, what do I want for dinner?
You've never been to a McDonald's in Cartersville, Georgia. I promise you there's worse. Oh, yeah, and that reminds me,
I think it's great.
Rounding out the end of our first segment, so I guess we will be back in just a minute after the short break.
Yep. Oh, my finger gun.
Cool.
I failed again.
How about these, Master?
Hi there. My name is Teddy Ruxpin. How are you today?
Fine.
Well then, I would like to tell
Teddy
you
Ruxpin,
story.
the world's first animated storytelling bear.
It's alive!
Now available at stores everywhere.
It's alive!
Sunshine on a cloudy day. Mix it into cookies so good in every way. The Baker Man can. The Sunshine Baker Man can.
New Chippy Chews cookies are sunshine baked with a difference. Lots of chocolate chips and a real fudge filling.
And who makes Chippy Chews soft as can be? The Sunshine Baker Man can. The Sunshine Baker Man can.
There it goes.
And we're back.
Yeah, there it was.
There it was. That's what I was doing. And we're back.
Yeah, but that we are, as you just noticed, Sunshine informed everybody. We are back.
You're welcome.
That's actually weird. I'll be honest with you. I'm probably going to rewatch this, freeze frame that, and like do a black and white cutout. We can just smack it on screen.
This?
Yeah, just we're back.
It'll be our new flyer.
That could be my promo pick. That could be in the new intro.
So, what I was saying shortly before we pop back on, it's a question that occurred to me. You guys playing out there, I mean, very obviously there are a bunch of other bands you be playing with, probably in the same general scene or style. Maybe not exactly the same, but at least I guess what you call them, like a brother sister type setup, where you know you can go to them to set up a show, get someone to open and or close it out, however you want to look at it. I mean, is there a wide variety to choose from, or is it a pretty select thing?
Yeah, here in Reno, I'd say that the punk rock scene actually is pretty decent, and we have a lot of, I would consider them friends in other bands that we do a lot of gigs with, and we recently just did a little Bay Area tour with another local band because we're all really buds with each other, and but there's so many good local Reno punk rock bands. It's like really easy to book a punk rock show here. Yeah. It's so easy to go around right now. We'll all name like 12 bands each.
Yeah.
But but no, seriously, there's so many bands like Sucker Punch, Heterophobia, Machine Gun Vendetta,
Boss's Daughter.
Yeah.
Beer Can. Yeah. Juveniles.
Yeah, these Saturday nights.
These Saturday nights.
Those guys fit.
Yeah, that's who we went to the little Bay Area 3-day tour with. These Saturday nights. Those guys are awesome.
But you say, all right, so you got to go out and do like a little mini tour. Out of curiosity, in your local area, I heard you sort of mention it while we were on break, but it did also spur another question. How many venues survived the pandemic?
Well, not many. Yeah. They're all coming back. It's one of the favorites of, Donkeyjaw and former bands I've been in was Jub Jubs. And they didn't survive. They shut down and they didn't reopen. But slowly kind of seen venues open up, new owners, new names, and it's making a comeback. It's getting back up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least it's
something. There's at least a couple of like spots in town that no matter like what the name of the place is on top, it's always like a live music venue. There's like one in Midtown, one in downtown, one in Sparks downtown. There's always like a place to play that's always like top of the line as far as like, you know, the sound system goes. And then there's like also several of like mid-tier to like shitty ass places to play that we play all the time. So yeah.
Do you guys ever find that you're set in a situation where it's this is a very me specific question too, by the way, sorry. It's something used to happen at the time. Because it was Nashville, I guess, with the whole fucking Music City fucking bullshit thing going along with it. If you were playing a show that night anywhere in the surrounding area, guaranteed there were 3 other venues playing the same style of show, splitting the fucking crowd literally to 3 points across the fucking map.
Oh yeah, dude. That does happen a lot.
It's happened like the last 4 times.
The last 4 local shows. And we did a fundraiser for the Reno Punk Rock Flea Market. And it was, I mean, crowd wasn't very big. It was a small place, and it wasn't even half full. And then, you know, the following like work week, you get on social media and find out there was 4 other punk shows that same night. And so that can happen in a town that's small too.
This that actually is I'm going to very short story that's going to segue into my next question. One of my favorite shows that I ever got to play, we got to open for The Exploited, my band at the time. It was like, for me, that was like a band that I grew up like, that had the fucking skull on my fucking arm. Like, you know, it was like The Massacre was an album that was chronically being played in my fucking car. It was a huge deal for me. Nashville. The first time that The Exploited have been in Nashville in 15 fucking years, because apparently they had outstanding warrants from before, or somebody did. So they show up and we're like, holy shit, we're going to get to open for this. Them and Total Chaos. It was right after the shit with the fucking riot that occurred in Canada. So Total Chaos was fucking huge at the time because everybody was like, oh yeah, there was a riot last time. So we were like, this is it. We're going to play for a fuck ton of people. 12 people showed up. 12 people showed up to that fucking show. One of them was a girlfriend. One of them was one of my fucking guitarist's like brother's friend who just had nothing else to do and said he would go if he could get him for free. It was legitimately like the most ridiculous. Like just the names alone should have done. We found out the next night, that same evening, there were literally like some fucking. It was one of the 3-word band names that was big at the fucking time. Like it was I don't know, like fucking Poison the Well or some shit was fucking playing somewhere. And then like across town, there was another fucking setup that was like completely just skinhead bands, but it was apparently enough of a draw.
Yeah.
It was fucking, but it was one of my favorite shows because I got to hang out with fucking Exploited and I got fucking shit-faced. I'm surprised I remember any of it. It was a glorious evening. But that segues into my question. 10 years, 2 of which you guys have been playing with others. What kind of national, like what kind of people have you gotten to play with that you've had a good time with? What stories do you have, if any? Even recording-wise, stupid shit that has occurred.
I think some of our first shows, you know, were with 7 Seconds, actually.
Yeah.
When those guys were definitely more active about 10 years ago. Like, they would play this local spot, like, all the time. And actually with being a band with Troy from 7 Seconds' son. So we would jam at his house, and, like, then him and Bobby would go and do 7 Seconds song. But, yeah, our first shows were with, like, some of those guys. We played with, like, Coffin Cats. Those guys are cool. Voodoo Glow Skulls.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who.
I love Voodoo.
Cobra Skulls.
A lot of skulls.
Yeah.
Did you guys got the turnout you were expecting when that shit happened, right?
I'm sorry, say that
I assume
again.
you guys got the turnout you were expecting, or at least one would expect to go along with that. Like if you're opening for the
totally, yeah. 7 Seconds would
They're
always
like
draw
sold
well.
out shows at this little bar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
7 Seconds. That's actually really cool. That's a fucking
Yeah.
cool connection. Although I guess the thing makes sense now. Like I don't know. That's pretty fucking awesome. How much of that has been going like recently? Just in the past, like in the past 2 years, as you guys have been getting going again, like picking up speed again. Anything in the future coming up like that?
Yeah, you know, some of the feels like a lot of like touring acts are like not coming through Reno. Like if they're going to San Francisco, they'll city or like some local stuff. But you know, the local scene's been coming out a lot. I think since COVID. I think you know you don't know what you got till it's gone, sort of thing. Everyone's like wants to support the scene. You know, we're those kind of playing like neighboring towns a little bit more. So nothing is like, you know, high profile, but it's a lot of just like cool, like, well, you know, better attended shows than they were pre-COVID for sure, I would say.
Yeah.
The energy.
So that's been really fun. But no, yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool. I don't know. That was maybe COVID was, I mean, obviously it was a horrible moment, but maybe it was a decent wake up for a lot of places because, I mean, even Atlanta was, I'm not going to say it was dying, but it definitely wasn't what it once was.
Yeah.
And then COVID, like, so many venues that were just always there did not survive. And the ones that did were fucking packed to the gills once they were allowed to be again.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe you called it a wake up call. Maybe that's the right way to put it.
Yeah, definitely.
We remember we played at the flea market with this band from Southern California, Hoist the Colors, and they repeatedly kept saying how they love the scene in Reno, they love the community. There's no scene in SoCal anymore, and I mean, just which kind of like surprised me, being Southern California, and then here bands coming from that area to just say they want to play here over and over again if they can. So it kind of, to me, was a good sign that, things are picking up and looking better over here.
Yeah.
Picking up. I wonder how much of that is because California has that whole been there, done that sort of approach to a lot of shit now. I mean,
they had mentioned a lot of kids will go to the shows and not really give a shit.
That's, I mean, I guess you can be so.
No.
I mean, you had the. Well, I mean, like, what would you have to do in Southern California to draw a huge crowd? What would you have to be? You'd have to be fucking Rants. You'd have to be an Op Ivy fucking reunion tour.
Yeah.
Pumpkin Park is huge down there too. That's one of the bigger festivals that happens down in SoCal that is always packed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what does it say about? I mean, look, you had the punk rock bowling thing. Seems like something that would have originally occurred in California, but no, it happens in Vegas. Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, it's a good place for it to happen, but it's just the thought behind it. I don't know. Maybe they're just fucking over it.
It's there's so many shows. It's like, what do they care? Every band comes through there every probably 4 months. So it's like, I'll go see, Rancid next time or NoFX or, Descendants. It's like they get it all the time. So it's like,
they just got tired of
we're getting back in like a month and everyone's shitting their pants in Reno.
Sold out.
So it's good for the rest of the country. Fuck California.
I had the pre-sale code. Got it.
There was what was that fucking the Motley Crue fucking book, The Dirt?
The Dirt.
I think they made a movie out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a chapter in there where they were talking about the fact that they knew that their time was coming to an end because of the way Hollywood had gotten. They're just like, every fucking place you went, there was a band that looked just like them, sounded just like them. And then I think they even acknowledged in the book that they also looked and sounded exactly like every other fucking band that came before them. So it's like they knew it was dying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think not to say it is dying, but I can't imagine that you can inundate something so much. Like if you grew up around it and you have so many fucking legendary fucking West Coast punk bands literally settling down and playing shows whenever they want, wherever they want. Yeah, I guess you get fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
Either that or you assume that it would be there the next day, so what's the point going then? Right?
Yeah.
All right, so way to go, Reno. There it is.
It's my favorite thing to do now.
It works. It's an all-encompassing fucking motion that covers everything.
It's my arm.
Peter. All right, what else we got? Oh yeah, direct competitions. You guys were talking about the in and out thing, and I got to thinking about it. Have y'all done any more of that? I mean, it's a good idea. Like if y'all took the time to actually sit and write and record for competition for in and out, have you considered doing it again? Is the connection dead?
I think they're frozen.
That's an awesome freeze. Literally be the picture.
Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot it.
Please do. That seriously needs to be used.
Got it.
You can actually go to a break and come back to do the. I mean, we're at 15 minutes. That's okay. We can come back. We can come back to do the. Would you rather? And we just reconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is good because honestly, I was running out. Like the question I was about to ask probably would have ended up being insulting on accident. I don't mean to. It's just like it's like a free flow of thought thing, and I start asking questions, and it turns.
I think the only other thing I would probably ask is who their influences are, because
the influences.
I've never asked them that before.
Oh, they're back.
Yay!
Well, we might as well take our break anyways.
Hi guys.
Hey, sorry about that.
Very good.
I got a really good picture though. I'll send.
Yeah, it was a wonderful. You guys froze.
We're just terribly confused. Looking at
everybody literally did. You had the same, like it's like the same smile was plastered across everybody's face.
I was losing it, man. I was just laughing my ass off for a second. Frozen now.
The influences question actually isn't a bad one though. Actually, Sunshine, if you want to fire that out there, that's a great question.
Why do you put me?
Because I think it's funny.
I know. I hate you guys for it. Hi, I'm Sunshine. I would like to know who your influences are.
You gotta stand up like a reporter.
I can't stand up. I'm only 5'2". I have to stand up to even see my camera.
Is it gonna start short next time then? Like just say start lower.
I need a booster seat. Leave me alone. Probably shouldn't even drive the car.
I mean, it's a good question. Influences are. I mean, there are several. I mean, there's several that I think I hear in it, but I don't know if I'm right about them.
What do you hear?
You tell us.
Yeah. That's
like, okay, so
a lot of rancid.
I mentioned the Hellcat Records thing for a specific reason. There was a time in the early 2000s where it was like the next up and coming fucking record label, right? There was so much West Coast punk rock coming out at the time that started like roll into punk and roll and turned into this whole thing. You guys, like maybe it could also be though because the fucking bass lines in any fucking Rancid album literally is nothing but like up and down the fucking fretboard nonstop. So it could be that. But I hear what I think Rancid as a definite influence. Maybe just the bass. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, for sure.
There, that pretty much any of the fucking West Coast skate punk that I grew up with, really, like most of the shit that I heard all through the 90s. There's a lot of heavy fucking influence there too. I mean, there's a little bit of fucking Pennywise in some of it, which is, I would say, a good thing. Some people would disagree.
Yeah, I feel you.
I would disagree.
They turned into it for some odd reason a divisive band. At one point in time, they were the only band everybody agreed on, and now nobody can.
Yeah. They were a band I did like for a long time, and then I just woke up and I didn't like them anymore. And I don't know what happened.
Bro, him. The hell with this?
No, that was it though. It was like Bro Him. The fact that it was played at every fucking party over and over again.
Yeah.
And it ended with the fucking Braves chant. Like, I don't know, like nobody fucking got that. It used to drive me insane. Like, that part would come on and like I lived in Atlanta, man. I know you fuckers know what's going on here. That's the fucking tomahawk chalk. That's all that is.
That is it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, you can hear it now.
Oh, that's funny.
I carry some resentment, obviously, over that song. No, but those are the influences that I hear. What specific influences do you guys have?
Yeah, I would say, definitely Rancid, a lot of that kind of stuff. Big into like Descendants, big into like the Bronx, kind of like more rock and roll-y influence. Yeah, just a lot of stuff like that. I'm really big into like the Lawrence Arms for like just a little more on the melodic side.
Yeah.
But
D4.
Yeah, a lot of D4.
Yeah. When I first joined the band, I think if I ever shared this with these guys, I heard like a little bit of influence of like really early Jawbreaker.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you could
voice some like the guitar parts.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. There's your answer, Sunshine.
I'm glad I have an answer now.
Now that we have
some hardcore, East Coast hardcore as well.
Blood for Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Blood for Blood, man. I haven't listened to them fucking forever.
I've had the honor of seeing them twice, and each time broke out in like some kind of riot or brawl.
I got to see Hatebreed years and years ago. I was super excited about it, and I couldn't go to the show because I got a bottle cracked over the back of my head before the show started. So
man.
The time I was going to be able to see him, I was so excited.
That's definitely not been at the show, but then beforehand it's kind of surprising.
Oh no, I was fucking literally sitting outside at a fucking bar in Nashville, and I was drinking, and some asshole threw a fucking glass. And it just fucking right over the back of my head. So
breaks. That leads us to.
I didn't think it was that bad at first. It wasn't until I got up and it was like, what is it bad? And it was just, oh god. Yeah, it was bad. You're going to the hospital. Can I put a towel on it? No, you're going to the hospital. Let's go. No, I was super excited. I missed every chance I'd ever had to see him leading up to that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Should also give a nod to Metallica because there's a Metallica flag hanging right above this computer. Shout out.
I would challenge anybody to say that they don't absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there are people out there that will say it for cool points or whatever. Oh, I fucking hate Metallica. No, you didn't. No, when you were younger, you didn't. You fucking liked it. So.
I still don't. Like, they had their period where they weren't so great, but I still love their old stuff. And even their new album is kind of crazy. Like, actually really good and tight.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can take fucking Tarula.
They really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I seriously don't. That's like, it's one of my favorite things to hear people fucking rip on Metallica. Yeah, I do love it because I know for a fact, if you like fucking punk rock, if you like metal, fuck it. If you can honestly let me be like, DRI is a good band. You like Metallica. Fuck you. You like them. You don't like them. You grew out of them. That's fine if you want to say that, but don't pretend like you didn't like them. You did.
Damn right. They're like one of the bands that was like an influence in picking up guitar. Even I played bass first. My dad got me a bass when I was little, and then I like listened to Master of Puppets probably, and was like, I probably should buy a guitar because I can't play this on the bass.
All right. That actually carries us through to the end of the segment where you guys are going to be playing Would You Rather with Sunshine.
When we come back, I need some water.
Screenshot it again. Screenshot it again.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Mine.
And, all right, now we got to compare that one to the other one.
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome. Wait, there you go.
Are they back?
There are storms running through the middle of the country right now. I'm wondering whether or not that's having an effect.
We have no storms here.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, way to shoot that down. We were trying to be positive.
I'm trying to give them excuses. No excuses for them.
I've got the answer to this question. I know what's up. It's got to be a storm.
Tell you,
And
I'm in
on
the
that
same
note, I think it's break time.
It is indeed.
Nintendo. It's for breakfast now. Nintendo. It's a cereal. Wow. Nintendo. Super Mario Jump. Nintendo. In a fruit flavored crunch. Nintendo. Here's Zelda too. Nintendo. It's very good news. Nintendo. You just can't move. Nintendo cereal system is a super part of this nutritious breakfast. Nintendo. 2 cereals in 1. Wow.
Let's check it out.
Introducing the newest WWF Wrestling Buddies, Big Boss Man and Jake the Snake Roberts. Clunk 'em, plonk 'em. Wrestling Buddies want to be your buddy.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Nothing, officer.
Body slam!
Hey, who's the wise guy?
Big Boss Man!
Murphy. What's going on?
Nothing, Sarge.
Big Boss Man and Jake the Snake Roberts, the newest WWF Wrestling Buddies from Tonga, each sold separately.
I was practicing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back. Yay.
It still works.
It's still, I did it one time and it's only stuck. It's like my intro back. Did they do this already? No, okay. I'm not here.
So, again, still back with Donkeyjaw. We're going to round this out by playing a game of Would You Rather. This was Sunshine's idea, by the way. She will be doing it.
Yes. So, first question. Would you rather fart one time a year and stink for a month, or fart multiple times a day, but have colored smoke come out of your butthole?
Oh, colored smoke.
Yeah. Can you choose the color? Is the question.
It's at random.
You cannot choose the color.
Oh, yeah.
Do I get
As long
to
as
choose when I fart, or can I just like run away to my car and do it and then come back? Or
Yeah,
does everyone have to see it?
Do you know it's coming? You like
No,
pregame?
everyone's going to know it's you.
Oh man.
Either that or
It's like the volume.
red smoke.
It's a reverse
Red
dragon.
Dragon.
You could probably make a decent living doing that, though.
Yeah, the smoke.
Would you rather or farting?
No, farting, assuming that you were blasting colors each time that were completely random. My thoughts are you can monetize the shit out of that.
I mean, what
would-
if you
I would
eat
sell
something
fart in
colored?
the
Can
jar.
you do like
That
gender
happens.
reveals like that?
It depends. If it's a random color and you can't choose, I think it would be hilarious to eat a gender reveal.
It's a girl.
It's
that you
a girl.
It's kind of a purplish blue.
It's got a purple hue to it, so we don't know what's going to happen.
Farted green. Alien.
Yeah, I think that's probably the consensus on that one.
All right, yeah, colored parts. All right, perfect. The next one is: would you rather run into an alien or run into Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
I knew
An
you
alien.
were going to say Bigfoot.
Just an alien or alien.
Like a,
Is it like a gray?
Like a
it's
gray.
a gray.
Like a lizard?
It's a gray alien.
I'd rather run than Bigfoot.
Yeah, I think we're split down the middle here.
Beat the fucking shit out of
Me and Cody will take the aliens. These guys will take
Yeah.
Bigfoot. Yeah.
I won't.
We'll divide and conquer. We're gonna
Oh,
save
I
Donkey
would've
John
had
Wilson.
I would chase a gray if it was on my planet.
Yeah.
I would not let it be welcome here.
Not sure.
Are you still thinking, Jason? Did I get you? with
Like,
this?
are we talking Harry and the Hendersons Bigfoot or fucking? Because if it's like that one, like
Did I show you guys that?
Yeah, what about Bigfoot?
Yeah. What are his dimensions?
How big is his foot?
Is it like?
I need to show this to you guys. It was the best fucking thing ever. Maybe. I don't know.
I think
This is who you're meeting.
Oh yeah, no, that's the guy.
Hey,
Absolutely,
look, it's the guy from the Jerky.
Sasquatch.
commercial.
that is Harry.
That is Harry from Harry and the
That
Hendersons.
is
with the
Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. Incidentally, a link to Aliens. He's also the guy that played the alien in the first movie.
But I'm talking about real aliens, Jason.
Yeah, but he mentioned aliens earlier, and that's where I got distracted.
Yeah, that's right. Way to go. Way to ruin
it
the.
was that alien that he's talking about, or Bigfoot. I'd rather take that Bigfoot.
The next question: would you rather be covered in all hair like Bigfoot, or have no hair, like no eyebrows, no hair, nothing, just bald,
Blank.
like a rat?
I think I'd rather be.
Because if you have no hair, at least you can like put hair on. Oh, true.
No hair.
You can just have hair. True, dude. Draw
Fuck
this
that.
around.
No, I would go straight on big
Hair.
Yep.
I throw that.
Got to go full fur.
Full fur.
Yeah, at least you can cut that shit. You make it look good. You can fucking
shave
style
it
it.
and keep it maintained.
If you're just smooth, what are you gonna do?
Do you know how good that would feel on sheets? Like anytime I shave my legs and get into sheets, it's the best feeling.
Dude, there's like the uncanny valley. Part of the reason that occurs is because we look at things that are not quite human and immediately it registers. If you were completely hairless, my thoughts are literally everybody looking at you be like, human? Maybe. Like, no, like, fur, you can trim it, do Christmas decorations with it. You can do all kinds of stuff.
All fur.
That was reminds me of the guy from.
Boots with the fur.
You don't do those.
Yeah,
they look kind of like that.
All right. Would you rather swim in the ocean knowing there's a shark around you, or stay in a haunted house overnight?
I'd rather stay in a haunted house.
Haunted house. That would be dope, actually.
Because sharks are actually real.
Ghosts are real too.
Right, so fine. If we're talking about a world in which ghosts 100% exist, like, and everybody just knows it, and also sharks exist, I would rather deal with ghosts than fucking Jaws.
Yeah.
What if you become possessed?
Oh.
What if what? If you become possessed?
What if you become possessed? Like that was the thing. Either you swim with a shark,
really cool
you're in a haunted house with a, and you're gonna get possessed.
You're still alive to be possessed.
Yeah, you are still alive. You have a chance of getting out of that. Like it's hard to survive with a body.
People survive shark bites. Haven't you seen that?
Well, yeah, they survived shark bites, but I'm saying nobody has ever survived like, the one big one.
I'm not so much.
I got out with most of my important organs.
Would you let a spider climb all over you, or let a snake slither across your body for 24 hours straight?
Oh, snake, heartbeat, no doubt.
Spider.
Snake.
Snake too, yeah.
Yeah, snake.
I'd go with a snake. Snake. Yes.
No, snake. Yeah.
Oh,
I
wait,
had a
what kind of
roommate
spider?
who was a snake, like down with snakes. We had a lot of snakes in our house.
Snake farmer.
He's not our roommate anymore, but it didn't have to do with the snakes. No, he had those under control.
I don't know what kind of spider. I wasn't
He's
this
not.
prepared. Maybe a tarantula. I don't know.
So I was thinking, like, if it's a cute little jumping spider, I could probably deal.
Like a daddy long.
Spider. What if it jumped into your beard?
A chill spider. Even
Yeah.
Really?
Like,
I can't do spiders. I
don't like spiders. Not a big fan, but if it's like a little jumping spider, I could probably deal.
I'll call Jared over to kill a spider because I can't. It'll be like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, you have to come kill this fucking spider. I can't do it. I can't.
Put a couple tomorrow.
Would you rather always feel like you're about to sneeze or have an itch that is out of reach?
Oh, fuck you.
I love you too.
Neither.
Oh.
Like, literally.
That's not an option.
I would choose suicide. Like, if there's an option, I would literally rather die than have either one of those be a thing.
But that's not an option.
That never comes, yet you're always right. Like, nothing you can do about it. God, fuck that. You never reach.
Is you'd learn to live with it because after a while it'd just be like
You learn to live with the itch too.
Like a sick head high.
Oh yeah, true.
You'd start to like it.
Oh,
probably.
or you'd start to hate it.
I'd probably start to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it would fuck with me though. Like I don't know, I wouldn't be able to like
well, yeah,
talk.
no, absolutely.
I would have to like.
Without a doubt, your life would be changed forever. Yes, your life
Sorry,
would be changed forever.
I can't talk.
Never communicate the same.
Yeah.
But you'd like feel it.
True. Forever.
I'd go itch. You get one of those claw itch things from CVS.
But you can't reach
No, but
it.
you can't reach it.
Oh,
Like
right.
it's
Yeah,
a
that's
spot where
part.
you never can reach it. I don't know where it would be, but you just can't.
You never reach it, or they would like move every time you got it. Like what is the
It changes positions every time you try to.
places every time you go for it?
Yeah.
Damn. Gnarly.
It's just always right out
a
of
twitch to the itch.
Probably sneeze.
I take the
I probably.
If it had to be one or the other, it'd be sneeze in that case.
Yeah.
If
I
it
would.
had to be sneeze.
I might learn some dance moves if it kept moving. Might be able to dance.
That's like some fucking torture shit, though. That would be fun.
That was a good one. Would you rather eat rotten eggs or drink sour milk?
Jesus Christ.
Here
Are
I
they
thought
cooked? Are the eggs cooked?
no.
Ugh, God.
I mean, I've
I'd rather
smelled
drink
rotten eggs
sour
and I've
milk.
smelled spoiled milk. I'd probably go with the spoiled milk.
Ew.
Rotten eggs are like
Yeah,
an
no.
gag reflex.
No, you just
Or
chew
you
the
look
milk
like-
up, you'd be fine, but the egg would
You
be
drink enough of it really
It's
fast. you
basically
throw
cottage.
up. Stick bucket, shove it in a gallon.
That's bad.
Not only would I choose milk, I would enjoy it.
God, I love it. Would you rather talk like Minnie Mouse when you're angry or laugh like SpongeBob for a year?
SpongeBob, heartbeat, no doubt.
Yeah,
I'd
All
want
the
to talk
Mickey Mouse
Minnie
thing would
Mouse.
be fucking hilarious. This is just like a rage-induced thing where suddenly you're squeaking at people. Oh, God.
That's like so funny. I would do that. I would probably end up laughing, but
It's like a fucking road rage in which you are literally squealing at somebody because you're so mad that they cut you off. Right, Red, just out there fucking squeaking.
would you rather get hiccups every hour or have to end every sentence when you say, or end every sentence you speak with, I do declare?
I do declare.
I do declare.
I do declare.
You would.
Dude, I'd fucking dress the part in a heartbeat. Full on Southern lawyer like my cousin Vinny when he had to get that fucking suit. Literally everywhere I went. That's all I would do.
And this is my last question. Would you rather play a concert naked or play a concert on an instrument that you've never played before and have no idea how to play?
Naked.
Random instrument.
Random instrument.
I mean, with at least with the random,
like
instrument,
covered
I can say
myself.
like, "Oh, I was an actor." All right.
Like big stuff.
I'm tripping.
What's my education?
Could we wear socks?
Yeah, like
No,
wear exactly one sock.
one sock.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. And that's the end of the game.
Do it.
That's fun.
Yay.
That's actually kind of fun as trivia. So, by the way, this is the moment where you guys get to round out with upcoming projects, shows that you have coming up. If there's a way to get merch, where would you go to get it? If there's a way to purchase albums, if you have any setups, what are you being streamed on? Let loose. This is your time.
Cool. We have a show this Saturday at Virginia Street Brew House with Suck a Punch
And juveniles.
and Juveniles. Juveniles. It's going to be a good punk show.
Juveniles.
Good venue. It's one of the bigger venues in town.
Very cool.
And we're going into the studio hopefully December.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's coming up soon. Yeah, that happened
Yeah,
fast.
check our stuff on Bandcamp and Spotify. And then, if you're on social media, we're at Donkeyjaw Reno on both Facebook and Instagram. And we've got stuff for merch there. So if you're interested in that, just send us a DM and we can get that your way. And then, yeah, just keep follow us on social. And that's kind of where we post everything coming up. So that's about it right now.
December, really. That's, I mean, the year is, God, this year went by really fucking fast. But the whole thing, like, you're literally 3 months and you guys are recording finally as a full, as your current lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. It's after having listened to the highlight, I'm super excited to see how it's changed.
Yeah.
I am very interested.
That'll be out in the spring. We'll kind of get some stuff going and, plug that on social. So have new recordings for the new year,
Yeah.
So one more time, it's Donkeyjaw Reno, right? If somebody actually wanted to get in touch with you guys or wanted to pick up merch, that's where you go through?
Yeah. Instagram, that's cool. And we don't have any sort of merch store or anything, but, we'll find a way.
Awesome. All right. Well, that was absolutely fun. It was enjoyable. It's a great way to spend a little over an hour.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for having us, guys. I was
Thanks
really
for
chat with you.
Awesome. Thanks for rescheduling as many times as you did. This was definitely enjoyable.
Yeah, no problem.
No worries.
All right. Well, I guess that rounds it out.
Bye.
Brett, Sunshine, Donkeyjaw.
Yeah.
See you later.